Hello and welcome. Tonight, on what promises to be a rather revealing journey, we're going to be looking at things a bit differently. You see, the world is swimming in SUVs. They're everywhere, like pigeons in a city square, and most of them are about as interesting. But amongst the flock of beige, predictable family haulers, there are some genuine hidden gems, cars that have been unfairly overlooked, dismissed, or simply forgotten. The unsung heroes of the school run the dark horses of the motorway, the cars that, for whatever reason, just didn't get the memo about being utterly, soul-crushingly dull. So, prepare yourselves for a countdown. A list of the 10 most underrated SUVs on the planet. These are the vehicles that deliver far more than their badges, their price tags, or their dreary reputations might suggest. Sparks of brilliance, flashes of genius, and in some cases, a level of competence that is frankly astonishing. And we're not just going to tell you about them, we're going to show you in glorious cinematic 4K that makes every curve and every stitch look like a piece of Hollywood art. Right, let's get this show on the road, and we start with something from Japan. It's the Mazda CX-5. Now on the face of it, it's just another mid-size SUV, isn't it? A perfectly sensible, perfectly handsome, perfectly predictable choice for someone called Susan who works in human resources. It's the sort of car you'd buy with your head, not your heart. You'd expect it to be reliable, safe, and about as exciting as filling out a tax return. You see, Mazda is a company run by engineers who, I suspect, secretly want to be building MX-5 sports cars and nothing else. But they have to build SUVs to pay the bills. So what they've done is inject a bit of that sports car DNA, that Jinba Itai, horse and rider as one philosophy, into this family bus. The moment you turn the steering wheel, you notice it. It's sharp, it's precise, it's communicative. Now for something completely different, it's the Subaru Forester. And let's be honest, it's not what you'd call a looker, is it? It's been styled with a set square and a ruler by someone whose main design inspiration was a garden shed. It has all the visual flair of an orthopedic shoe. It's the car you buy when you've completely given up on making any sort of statement, other than, I own a golden retriever and enjoy sensible walks in moderately inclement weather. It's the epitome of function over form, and my word, does it function. While other manufacturers were busy adding chrome-trim massive alloy wheels, Subaru was actually making their SUVs tough. Underneath that frumpy exterior lies a machine of quite staggering capability. The key is its symmetrical all-wheel drive system. This is a proper, permanent, always-on system honed over decades of winning rally championships. What this means is that the Forester has a level of grip and composure that is simply phenomenal. In snow, it'll breeze past fancy German SUVs spinning their wheels. Alright, number 8. And this one is going to cause some of you to choke on your tea. It's a Hyundai. Specifically, the Santa Fe. Now, stop sniggering at the back. Hyundai used to make cheap, cheerful cars like the Pony. Buying one felt like a financial disaster, like eating instant noodles every night, but that's an old-fashioned view. The new Santa Fe punches well above its weight. Forget the badge, just look at it. Bold, distinctive styling. Open the door and climb inside, it verges on a luxury car. The quality is astonishing, soft quilted leathers, absolutely jam-packed with technology. Safety systems are where it gets really clever. On to number 7, and we're off to Germany, but probably not to the brand you're expecting. We're not talking BMW or Mercedes. We're talking about the sensible one, the people's car, and I can hear the groans already. A Tiguan? Clarkson, have you gone soft? That's the most boring car in the world. And yes, on the surface it is a bit gray. It's styled to be as inoffensive as possible. It's the car equivalent of a man in a beige jumper. It's a Golf on stilts. But that is precisely its secret weapon. Because it's based on the Golf, it inherits all of the Golf's goodness. And the Golf, as we know, is a masterclass in automotive engineering. The Tiguan drives with a polish and a sophistication that is deeply impressive. The ride quality is sublime. When you close the door, it shuts with a reassuring thump that speaks of quality German engineering. Halfway through, and it's time for another surprise from Korea. It's the Kia Sorento. Kia's undergone a transformation so dramatic it's scarcely believable. Kia used to be the punchline to a joke. Now they're the ones laughing. The Sorento is the perfect embodiment of this. Just look at it. It's a big, handsome, chiseled-looking thing. It looks American, in a good way, and that's before you get inside. The interior of the top-spec Sorento is a genuine wow moment. Design, rugged shapes, design, high-tech screens and ambient lighting. It's a proper full-size 7-seater. I mean, you can actually put fully grown human beings in the third row without them needing a chiropractor afterwards. The value for money proposition is off the charts. Right, to America now for number 5. And it's a Ford, but it's not the Mustang or the F-150, it's the Ford Edge. It's one of those SUVs that just sort of exists. It's not a massive seller, it doesn't have a particularly strong image. Most people probably couldn't pick one out of a lineup. It's the automotive equivalent of wallpaper paste. And that is a massive mistake. Because the Ford Edge ST has a secret. You'll find a twin-turbocharged V6. It makes 335 horsepower. Put your foot down. The Edge ST doesn't just accelerate, it launches. It makes a nice growly noise while doing it. It handles with surprising agility for such a big car. Sticking with the Americans, we arrive at number 4, and it's the Chevrolet Blazer. Now this one is, controversial. Die-hard off-road fans will say this isn't a real Blazer. The original K5 was a rugged, body-on-frame truck that could climb mountains. This new Blazer is a car-based crossover sharing underpinnings with other GM vehicles. It's gone soft, they say. And you know what? They're absolutely right. Who in the real world actually climbs up the side of a mountain? Almost nobody. People want a car that looks like it could climb a mountain, just look at it. One of the best-looking SUVs on the market. Sharp, aggressive, hint of Camaro in the design, opt for the V6, and you've got real performance. It's fun, properly, genuinely fun to drive. We're into the top 3 now for this. We return to Japan, a car that is, on the face of it, one of the most common and unremarkable vehicles on the road. It's the Nissan Rogue or X-Trail, depending on where you are in the world. You see them everywhere. Thousands of families, rental car companies, and people who view cars with the same level of passion as they do their washing machine. It is the very definition of a mainstream, middle-of-the-road, family SUV. Well, it's a bit like a magician's trick. The Rogue's greatest strength is how brilliantly it hides its own cleverness in plain sight. But the latest one, it's a revelation. It's a genuinely lovely place to be. The design is modern. Our runner-up at number 2 is another car that lives in the shadow of a more popular sibling. It's the Honda Passport. Most people know the Honda Pilot, the big 3-row family bus, and they know the CR-V, the hugely popular compact SUV. The Passport slots right in between them, shorter than the Pilot, taller than the CR-V, and a lot of people don't really know what to make of it. It looks a bit like a Pilot that's had a section chopped out of the middle. But in chopping out that middle section and removing the 3rd row of seats, Honda has accidentally created something brilliant. They've created a tougher, more rugged and more adventurous version of the Pilot. It sits higher off the ground, it has more aggressive-looking bumpers, and it comes with torque vectoring all-wheel drive that's surprisingly capable. This isn't just a soft roader for the suburbs, this car genuinely has off-road chops. It's the SUV for the family that doesn't just dream of adventure but actually goes out and does it. With the 3rd row gone, the boot is absolutely colossal. And so we arrive at number 1, the most underrated SUV on the planet. And I guarantee this is not a car you were expecting. It's a Mitsubishi. It's the Outlander. Mitsubishi, the company that gave us the mighty Lancer Evolution. And then, sort of fell asleep for a decade. Their recent products have been, to be polite, utterly forgettable. So how on earth can the Outlander be number 1? The answer is 2 words, plug-in hybrid. While other manufacturers were talking about electrification, Mitsubishi was actually doing it. The Outlander PHEV was one of the very first plug-in hybrid SUVs to market. For years it's quietly been the best-selling PHEV in Europe. It was massively ahead of its time. The latest Outlander wraps that idea in a genuinely desirable package, styling that's bold, futuristic. Without a doubt the number 1 most underrated SUV in the world. So there we have it, 10 SUVs that have been left in the shadows, overlooked by buyers chasing a more fashionable badge or a flashier design, from the surprising sportiness of the Mazda CX-5 and Chevrolet Blazer, to the sheer unadulterated practicality of the Volkswagen Tiguan and Nissan Rogue. Each one of these cars brings something brilliant and unexpected to the table. We've seen rugged capability from the Subaru Forester and Honda Passport, and astonishing luxury and tech from the Hyundai Santa Fe and Kia Sorento. It's a powerful reminder that the best car isn't always the most popular one. These are the cars that reward the discerning buyer, the person who is willing to look beyond the obvious and do a bit of research. They prove that you don't need to spend a fortune to get a great car, and that substance in the long run is always more satisfying than style. Don't forget to give this video a massive thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching.